Noxcrew! Hey guys, it's Avondale, and welcome back to Let's Build a Game Show game, where I work along with the other Noxcrew builders to build a game that you choose the direction of. In today's episode, I'll give you my favorite name suggestions from last episode, which you can then vote on in the comments, and then I'll show you some footage I pieced together of me redstoning our game. Last episode, I asked for your suggestions for what we should call our factory-styled pipe puzzle game. The response was amazing, and I had over 90 game ideas to sort through. I want to say thank you for your overwhelming support throughout this series. You're doing a good job showing me you appreciate my work, which makes me even more happy to do it. So, thank you. Here's my 4 favorites. Convey-o-Pipe, Perilous Pipes, Pipe-a-Palooza, and Pipeline Pursuit. You can leave a comment on this video with your favorite of those names, and I'll tally the votes 48 hours after the release of this video. The name with the most votes will be what we call our game. Before we get to the redstone clips, I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about this series. We're at a point in the game's development now where I've run out of things to ask for your input on, and we've moved on to the point where we have to make the magic happen. Things like redstoning, testing, creating the art and music, and actually playing the game in the episode. Let's Build a Game Show game will give you a front row seat into a lot of this work, but we won't be able to show you a lot of it before the game is played and aired on the main channel, since we don't want to spoil the content for anyone. You'll see a few episodes of me redstoning coming up shortly, and then you'll see the conclusion of the series once you've seen the game on the main channel. So that's about it for the narrative portion of this video. Don't forget to vote for the name of the game in the comments, and I hope you enjoy watching me redstone. Okay, so we're here outside our pipe puzzle game. That's it over there. You can see that we've been working a bit on the exterior of it. I'll probably show that off a little bit later. But I've copied out one of our sections of pipes here, and I've, sort of disguised it a little bit, so hopefully the contestants can't get any clues about this game from just seeing this pipe. And I'm going to use this model to show you guys how I'm going to redstone it, and then I'm going to do some redstoning, and then I'm going to come back and show you how it works, and hopefully bit by bit showing you as much as I can walk you through the process of programming, sort of any game that we do in the game show. I thought this would be a special one to do since it's a community one, so why not? Let's get started. So, the way that this is going to work is, we have the big grid of the pipes, and there's going to be a button that corresponds to each thing, right? So if we had like a 4x4 thing, there'd be buttons here, here, over and over. Pretty much everywhere you look, there'd be buttons. 4x4 section of buttons, one corresponding to each section. We only have one here that I've copied out of over there, and so we're only going to use one button. So the way that these are going to rotate is every time you push the button, they will go clockwise. So this side will go to the top, this top will go to the right, so on. And they'll do that based on these pre-rotated templates that we have back here. So you can see the default starting position is this one in the front here, and then your next one, it's rotated to the right, so the flat part is straight up and down. Then it's rotated to the right again, and then one last time to the right. So the way this is going to work is we're going to have a command block somewhere over here that is going to clone this into place when it gets registered by a redstone block that gets placed above it. There's also going to be a command block that deletes it. It'll probably be right here. And then there's going to be another command block that has a set block command in it that is going to, well, that block will be there. So there's going to be a set block command in this block right here, and that set block command is going to be telling the game to place a redstone block on the next one, and this command block here is going to clone this one right here so it gets activated by that button, and so on and so forth. The one in the back will clone the one in the front. So that's the process. The idea is, with the exception of these set block ones here, we want to be able to set all of the rest of these up with relative coordinates. So whatever I do here, I can just take these command blocks and control click them to get the MBT data, and then just bring them over there and literally just stick them everywhere, and then I only have to fill out 16 blocks with the set block, and then I guess these clone commands will have a different coordinate on the end of it. But you guys get the picture. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to set up the commands for the very first one, and then I'll go ahead and hook up the rest of them and we'll see how it works. So we're going to hit F3. It's going to be crazy on the screen. Just deal with it best that you can. So let's talk about the clone command. I'm sure some of you guys know how to use it. I'm going to get out some pink wool, because I like to use this for benchmarking. We'll get rid of F3 for a second. So we're looking at this region, right? The region is a cuboid, so it's made up of, you know, 3 points and then the squares that connect all those 3 points in different directions. Or I guess 4 points, interestingly. There's 8 points total. Anyways, regardless, if you put these points in space and connect them, you can see them. So we're actually going to use 2 points because it's Minecraft, just the far corners, and then it's going to make a box around it for us. So I picked these 2 corners for a special reason, and if you'll look at my reticle again, we've talked about this before. Let's put something behind it so you can see it a little better. You can see that the red line is pointing out and to my right, the blue line is pointing that way out to my right, and the green line's pointing up. So the negative most corner is over here. And so that's going to be our first clone point. These clone points aren't super important that you get the first 2 coordinates right, but the last one is very important. So we're looking at this as our first clone point. This is our second one. That selects our region. And then we need to clone that to the negative most corner again. That's the point that it's going to paste this on. So if you put in this right here and you cloned it, that thing, to this spot, it's going to take this pink wool block here and use the position that you put in for your third coordinate as this block. It's just going to move everything so that this block is in the position you told it to be. So it's always the negative most thing. It's really easy to do when you look at the reticle. The clone command is really easy to mess a lot of stuff up if you don't know where it's going to paste itself, because there's no way to undo it. So now that we know where it's going to paste itself, we know that it's going to need to go right here. So I'm going to take that out for now just so I can prove it to you guys that went in there when we do this. So it's going to be a relative command, like I said, so we're going to do clone. You can see this first block here, so we're going X, Y, Z. The first block is 1 block away in the positive X because it's going along the red line. It is on the same Y level, there's no change, and it's on the same X level, there's no change. Now we get a count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over for your X. We'll put that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up for your Y. That's interesting. I guess it's because the command block is 1 off to the side there. And then 1, 2 is your Z, and that's also in the positive. So we have that. And now to clone this one forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll get it over there in that direction. However, we put that in, it's 5 in the Z. You can see that we also have to go 1 over in the X direction because it's relative to this command block here. So we'll add a 1 in right there, and that'll do it. So now, if we come over here, we see that it's across now. If I pop this block here, we should get pink wool right there, just like I said. And you can see now that we have this first one cloned in there because of that. So let's set up the one that makes it turn to air. Just use a set block, -1 in that direction, air. Try it one more time to make sure it didn't mess up. You can see it disappeared. And now for this next one, I'm going to put a temporary block here. We'll do a set block command for this. Set block, I can't see any of the coordinates. Luckily there's tab completion now in 1.8, so you don't even need to see the coordinates. Redstone block. We'll copy that, check to make sure that it worked, paste it there. And now for this one here, we're going to do clone one block above, and that's the only block in the region. So yeah, there we go, 6 tildes. And then we're gonna clone that to a position. I just almost knocked my mouse off my desk. We're gonna clone it to right here. So that is, can I just hit tab? No, let me get the clone command out of here real quick. Grab that. We'll do paste, a slash. There we go. Tab, 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 and we got it. So that should clone air in because that's where I'm standing. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that in this block. And then we will go ahead and test it by putting a block here. We should see a command block over here. That's still in place. And now if we push this button, we've got a redstone block over there. Great. Okay, so it all works. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here for a second. I'm going to hook up the rest of these, and then when I have it all working, we're going to test out this button and make sure that this thing rotates. And we're also going to do a little bit of testing and see how quick it is, how much it lags the server, to see if we need to be worried about putting any sort of a time delay on this to reset, because if we need to do that, then that'll be some more work, but we'll see. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and hooked all those up. You can see right here, it's just the same thing and it's repeatable. This is something you should always strive to do if you're redstoning with command blocks. Make things repeatable, make it easy on yourself. The things that are repeatable tend to work more consistently and oftentimes better than the things that don't repeat. So if you can sense patterns like that and narrow it down for yourself, it helps out a lot. So let's see our button here. We'll land, we'll hit it. You can see it rotates once, rotates twice, 3 times, and all the way around in a complete square. I guess I was gonna say circle. Now the interesting thing you're seeing here is, like, you know, that this region, if we looked at this here, it was an 8x8, which is 64 by 3, which is what, 92 blocks or something like that, 192 blocks, and it's cloning it instantly, and it's just easily handling it before the reset. I have no doubt in my mind that the game could handle 4 or 5 of these actions happening at once if it had to, so I'm happy enough with the way that this is rotating around to not worry about adding a delay on this button. I feel completely comfortable just letting the contestants spam it over and over. So right, now I've done this once. I can use my relative coordinates over there in the main game, and it should work just fine. However, I am going to have to change out these set blocks, and also each one of these is going to have a different end coordinate here in the clone block that goes over. So that'll give me something to do, keep me busy for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes or so. So I'm going to go ahead and check that out, and I will catch up with you guys when I've moved on to programming the obstacles that our contestants built for the last part of the contest. So I will see you guys then. Alright guys, I'm just checking in real quick from back here. It's currently quite a bit later than what you just saw me presenting, but I'm pretty sure you just saw me mention that I've figured out how to do all this, and indeed I have. I'm showing everything to you from this very particular angle because I don't want to spoil anything for the contestants, and it would be pretty easy to if I was looking from any other angle. But I did want to say that it's all working now. We had some bugs, and some of them you'll actually see in future videos, but got all the kinks worked out for this system. So if you guys will join me on the next episode of Let's Build a Game Show game, you will see what we finally end up naming our game, and you'll see me do the next bit of redstoning on this game where I hook up all of the obstacles that our contestants designed for the contest. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of live redstoning action. A lot of that I didn't plan out beforehand. It's kind of a new style. I haven't really experimented before recording and redstoning, but I think it went okay. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. I've been Avondale. Thanks for watching.